Welcome back. Recent college grads are facing an uncertain labor market. Grads are being met with a tough and competitive job market right now. According to an April report from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the unemployment rate for recent college grads reached 5.8% in March, up from 4.6% the same time a year ago. Also, Handshake, a popular job site for grads and people looking for work, say their job postings are down 15% over this same period last year. Joining us now here on First at 4 Focus today is Jody Kerbyson. She's the CEO of GST Michigan Works. And Jody, we appreciate you coming in today on this Friday before the long holiday. So thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
So what is the job outlook? How is it looking for recent college grads here in mid-Michigan?
You know, it's tough for anyone that's out of work right now, or any time really. You know, there's so much anxiety associated with trying to find a job or start a new career. The outlook is still good. You know, it may not be as strong as it once was, you know, a year or two ago, but there are so many opportunities out there. It just takes the right help.
And is there anything that you can attribute, we're still post-pandemic, so anything you attribute to why the market may not be as strong now as it was a couple of years ago?
I would just say it's, you know, the political climate is different. We don't yet know what the effects are going to be of tariffs and, you know, the EV evolution and all of that. Businesses are just a little bit uncertain. So, you know, the sky is not falling. There are still plenty of jobs and will be. It's just employers are just not sure, you know, when to start doing the hiring.
Yeah, so in a market as tight as this one is, not the tightest it's ever been, but it's still pretty tight. How should people navigate and what can they do to stand out? It's tight and competitive, so what can they do to stand out?
Sure. Well, it's going to sound pretty self-serving that I'm going to say, come and see us at GST Michigan Works. In Genesee County, we have two offices, one on Owen Road in Fenton and one in downtown Flint. And we are there to help people. We have workshops that can help them stand out in a crowd. Certainly, you know, tweak their resume or build a resume for the first time even. Interview tips, just really one-on-one service to help them to understand how to navigate the times. And not to mention, we also have business service teams that are on the ground all the time, meeting with businesses, so they have a great idea which businesses are hiring, what types of openings they have, and they're ready to help too.
And what are some of the hot industries right now that you would say are doing some hiring even in this climate?
Well, of course, healthcare. You know, in our Genesee County, we have just so many wonderful major healthcare employers that, you know, that's hot all the time. We have, you know, manufacturing, while it may be a little cooler than it once was, it's still going. Construction is huge right now particularly. So, you know, there really isn't a bad market right now. It's just finding the right niche and the help to get you there.
And at GST Michigan Works, it's recent college grads or even those who are looking to change careers. You have services for anyone looking for a new path or a new job.
Absolutely, something for everyone. Some things are eligibility based, where, you know, we'll help pay some tuition for some folks maybe that are trying to get into a different career that have been laid off or what have you. But we have something for everyone, regardless of your age, your income status, or anything.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about salary as we think about those college grads again entering into the workforce, looking for their first career position. What should they expect salary-wise? And in this climate, do you think negotiating is good, or should they get a couple of years of experience under their belt before they start to negotiate?
Well, I would say, you know, salaries are all over the place depending on the industry. You know, an IT salary for a college grad is going to be a lot different than a school teacher, let's say, which, don't get me started, that's not necessarily a good thing. But, you know, salaries are all over the place. I think certainly getting some experience under your belt is a good plan. But negotiating a little bit is not bad either, as long as you're doing it in a respectful way. And so our career coaches can help navigate some of those conversations with a person as well.
I know you mentioned you guys have 2 locations, but how can someone get in touch? How do they sign up with GST Michigan Works to take advantage of some of these resources that you outlined here today?
They can do it right from home on our website, www.gstmiworks.org. We have, we have bots that will take their information and have someone get back with them. They can call the office, 810-733-233-5974. Sorry about that. And then, just walking into one of our locations, you don't have to have an appointment to talk to somebody and get the ball rolling.
And that's 810-233-5974.
That's the Flint office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Jody Kerbyson, CEO of GST Michigan Works. Thanks so much for coming in on First at 4 and sharing this information with our viewers. And have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me.